So we're going to talk about the Big Bang Theory now, and there's lots of stuff you can do to learn about this. You don't need to go into huge detail. What we're looking at here is really how matter was formed from the Big Bang. But if you'd like to, there's lots of really great documentaries and lots of great YouTube videos on this, and you're welcome to go and do that. It's a nice, like, low pressure way of learning about this stuff, and it's really fascinating. It's kind of fun, so go and do it if you feel like doing that. Okay, so how do we know what we know about the early universe, and how do we know what was happening in those first moments of the universe? Well, the truth is we don't know all the way back to zero. So there's a part of time where we can't explain, our physics doesn't work for it. But before that time, and you'll see very soon, it's a very small amount of time, we have predictions from general relativity, and we also have evidence from particle physics. So when you look at the big particle accelerators, like the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, we can actually generate conditions that are similar to those early moments in the universe, and we can actually replicate that, and we can actually see what happens in those conditions. So we've actually got experimental evidence for this. So basically, before we go on, I've got some terms here that you need to know. They're just going to help, and you'll learn more about these when we are much further through this unit, but right now it's going to help you a little bit. So basically, we're going to talk about some particles as hadrons, and they're basically any sort of subatomic particle that's made up from smaller bits. So if you think about protons and neutrons, they actually made up of quarks. So therefore they're a hadron. So they're each made up of 3 quarks. And the other thing we're going to think about are leptons. And leptons are subatomic particles that can't be broken down further. So electrons are a good example of that. There's an image here of it's like a graphical kind of description of the Big Bang. And what I want you to notice in that is that there's that very bright section at the left there. You've got this explosion, then you've got a rapid expansion. And we're going to talk about that. That's a really important part. On the next slide, I'm not going to go through that with you. You won't get a video for that, but I just want you to have a look and see the different eras for the Big Bang, and we'll have a chat about that in the slide after it.